I don't give a fuck about what them bitches gotta say. I'ma West nigga till they put me in the grave. I don't give a fuck, put me in the grave. I don't care about what they say. Hey. Fuck with my Akima, fuck with my sisters, then I got a problem, I'm never gonna miss you. I got 100 hanging out the AR, I got a 50 hanging out the pistol. He say it's corner, I'm just being realistic. I be on them corner posted with the realest. If it's the Sabbath, then we going fishing. I'm reeling them in, that's a God-given mission. I'm really on 10, but I'm stamped in the pistol. I get the order, be glad at this mission. Hebrew Academy graduate, niggas training, go through the baddest conditions. I don't fuck with none but the baddest of bitches. She righteous, submissive, she glad to be with me. Had that thing Putin like that, man. Niggas, she know I'm a prophet, she glad to be listening. Respect, I ain't having that shit, tell her go make some business from scratch. She bitchin' a different breed of black men. We don't do the back thing. I remember back when I was really trapping, trying to get the racks in, selling dope to black men. But now I'm trying to make it straight. Like, don't forget about my face. We sticking up straight, can't hold us. Too heavy, the world won't hold us. Go get you some rank, I told. Line up in these ranks, we sold you. You can take that to the bank, we focus on. How many times must we remind you? One body, one place. I will never take up as a place. When the law with you ain't no up next. It's just us, nigga, that's that on that. All that weak shit, that ain't no threat. Say you won't beat, bitch, with that ain't no sweat. We with all that. The Lord called a nigga out the world. I responded and called back. Oh Lord. And everything that they stole from us, fuck that shit. We want all that. Them niggas snitching in there. Like bitches. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They killing women and they fuck with sisters. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die. So that's why we unaffiliated. Come in and generation, we unaffiliated with them. They tongue and they say they keep it 100. Unaffiliated with them. I cannot fuck around with fake niggas. We taking ground when we in your city. You better hide the women, hide the liquor. Keep that bitch on me, please don't but the same. Don't be a fool and be another victim. Say you a goon, you just another Christian. How you my brother, you ain't in here with me. In the gutter, deep down in the trenches. We with them niggas locked up in the prison. Fucking Hispanic, Native American, Indian. We ain't just talking shit, but we living in it. We be everywhere, you can't miss it. And we be fresh as hell, take a picture. And we professional now with the scriptures. Play, we gon' script from, yeah, we some killers. These niggas tripping, they mind blown. Swear in it, forgive me if I'm wrong. I don't get it pause when niggas say that they be looking for niggas to slide on. The slide that I know about is when I assemble the gun for the slide for real. I get the order, you know that it's slaughter. See me and my niggas gon' die for real. The bigger the better for kingdom of heaven. You niggas get wet up, my niggas I'm fed up. I rep UPK. My niggas won't let up. Got choppers, got nines, AKs, Berettas. You say you don't like me, you say you won't fight with me and my nigga like bitch or whatever. You say you don't like me, you say you won't fight with me and my nigga like. Them niggas snitching and they act like bitches. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They killing women and they fuck with sisters. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Come under command and general, your honor, we unaffiliated with them. They tongue and they say they keep that shit 100, we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Yeah. See, they always. Cause like, why y'all fuck with such and such? Why you come to niggas be out here on some weirdo shit? And to be honest, that's why we unaffiliated with them. Hey, that's why we unaffiliated with them. Yeah. Oh.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So that you said that they put millions of my houses. Yes, you said so. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. The fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Cracking the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every crack and surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cages, safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the brutal show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom, we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog.
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I back gonna be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cocktail. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress. She a bomb changes, dish served cold. I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. There was design 5 for our babies to pass through it. And the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Your entire home, just $54 a month.
All right, clap it up. This is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, New York, under Commander General Yohana. Today is the Sunday Scripture Breakdown class in San Antonio. If you got any questions, you can type them in the chat, raise your hand in the room. Okay, go ahead.
So I had a question in Hosea chapter 1 and all the whole chapter.
Hosea 1.
Is this like speaking of the future of what's to come?
Read what you got. Read what question. All right, start at verse 2.
Hosea chapter 1, verse 2. The beginning of the word of the Lord by Hosea. And the Lord said unto Hosea, Go, take unto thee a wife of whoredoms and children of whoredoms. For the land hath committed great whoredom, departing from the Lord. Verse 3. So he went and took Gomer, the daughter of Diblaim, which conceived and bare him a son. Verse 4. And the Lord said unto him, Call his name Jezreel, for yet a little while, and I will avenge the blood of Jezreel upon the house of Judah.
What's your question?
Is is this like speaking of the future, like us kind of like the future of us like partying from the Lord and then coming back and then getting ordered?
Yes. What this is talking about is you going out and getting and doing what you want. Like, one thing about the Lord is the Lord don't make you serve him. That's what Christians do. The Christians push the doctrine of God, air quotes, by the sword, right? They made you serve God and serve like Jesus. If you didn't, then they unalived you. Well, the Lord say, this is what you want, this is what I'm gonna give you. It's just like when the nation chose a king, and the prophet of God was mad. He was like, man, I failed you. The Lord told him, they didn't turn away from you. They're not denying you. They're denying me. Therefore, this king will make their sons and daughters, this king will, send their sons to war, and their daughters will serve and work. And then he gave us exactly what we wanted. Well, the Lord put the nation of Israel on the earth to be the examples for everyone to learn from us. But we didn't want to be the leaders. We wanted to be the followers. So now the Lord said, go and get you a daughter of order. Go and marry these, go out and live in these wicked lands and follow these wicked people and get destroyed. The Lord is showing you that this thing that you want is going to destroy you. That's what he's showing you over and over again. There's lust inside of you and you want to do this thing. I just had a conversation with a sister, and the sister was jokingly saying, one day I want to try crack. It was a joke. And I said, everyone that is a crackhead tried it as an experience just to say, one day I may not, maybe I'm going to be the one that don't become a crackhead, and I'll be able to live and tell the story afterwards. Well, guess what? That's what all people that do drugs start with thinking. They thinking it's just a thought that I can get away with it and I'm not going to do it until you're in a pool of it. Until you're swimming at the bottom and now somebody is saying you need help. You don't see it while you're going through all of these different stages. And that's how Israel was. Israel did not see how detrimental this was to the nation. They didn't see how serving Baal would hurt us today. They didn't see how the sin that they did in the past affected us to this present day. Why? Because they got so deep in it. And now our mothers and fathers got deep into it, and now we were thrown into we were born in a pool, in an ocean. Our fathers started with a pool. Now it's an ocean of sin that we live in. And now we're at the bottom of it. We're trying to swim out of it, and that's why the job that we do is so hard. Because we're trying to swim out from the bottom of the ocean. The problem is, a lot of brothers don't have the lungs to rise to the top. They drown before they make it up. That's why the scripture says, he that endured to the end shall be saved. It's a hard thing to make it from the bottom of the ocean all the way to the surface. It takes a long breath. It takes a long wind. It takes a long time to get up. And, some brothers got enough breath for 2, 3 years, 5 years, 8 years, but they don't have breath forever. And this is the Lord showing you that you are going to go out and find lovers and join yourself to these lovers, and then she's going to dump you. She's going to whore on you. You thinking you're going out and getting a good woman. And that's what we do with America. We think that the American dream is such a beautiful thing, and we're getting a good thing in America. And then they kill our children that's outside playing with water guns. And then they murder our brothers in the seat with their hands up, saying don't shoot, with the paperwork, with the license and the registration and all of that. They're killing you in your house eating ice cream. Everybody is trying to find the good in this place. They're trying to say how America is great because of what it says, but we have to now realize what they actually do. we have to start to look at what they do. We can't ignore what they do with what they say, because now they not lining up. You understand? So this is what the Lord is showing you. You're going to go out and make wives with many nations, with the Assyrians, with the Egyptians, with the, the Babylonians. You're going to go out and marry all these nations, all these gods, and you're going to see that they're just whores. Now, I just summed up the whole chapter, because that's all he's saying to them in the whole chapter. And he's talking about their nakedness and how you're going to be able to see them. You're going to be able to see them they really are. That's the nakedness. You're going to be able to see these nations for who they really are. That's what's happening to the blacks and Hispanics right now. Just imagine how many Hispanics, how many of our brothers from the tribes that go through the Darien Gap. They go through the Darien Gap through an Amazon forest. I think it's like 90 miles through and through. And there's all kinds of evil things going through that Amazon jungle. There's jaguars, there's big snakes, there are, cartel members. And they go through those jungles with their children and with their wives in hopes of having a future. And they make it all the way to the United States. And they see that the United States is worse than the Darien Gap. They see it's worse than Haiti. It's worse than Guatemala and El Salvador. It's worse than Belize. They see it. But they don't see it until it's too late. You understand? And that's what's happening to us right now. We're just starting to find out that the American dream is just that. It's a dream. It's not reality. Reality will show you that America is really hell. That's what reality teaches you. So that's what this whole chapter is showing you. You're going to finally see the nakedness of these lovers that you have. These nations that you hold so fast to, you're going to see how they really feel about you. You're going to see what they really think about you. You think because of your lust that they're your friends, when all they want to do is feed you more lust, because the more you eat lust, the richer they get. How is America so great? Because it feeds you all of the lust you want. I was at a Vietnamese spot the other day eating some pho. And I got some pho, I got some fried rice, I got some chicken. And he looked at me, he said, "This is way too much food. This is way too much food. You don't need to eat this. You can't eat. You're over your balance. You're over your..." I'm like, "My balance? What you talking about? Like, I eat." But in his mind, this is too much for me. You know why? Because in the way they... Go ahead. You got your hand up.
Is it much the same way with like like how we how like you associate yourself around like let's say you like a weed, like you smoke weed, you associate yourself around weed smokers, and then like you say that you're friends and everything, but once you stop smoking weed, they don't become your friends no more.
That's the point. You are only friends because of the sin. Once you stop the sin, you lose the friends. That's the point. And that's what the Lord is trying to show us in this. He's showing you these friends you have, they're really not your friends. These whores that you're making whoredom with, they're really just whores. They're not wives. They're not good. They're not clean. They're not righteous. You're going to find out that they're really enemies. And we're finding that out right now. We're finding out that this place that we love so much has always been an enemy to us. Has always destroyed us. You got a question? All right. You good? Most High in Christ. Go ahead.
It's like it, sir, if I may.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question. Is in 2 Timothy 4, verse 3.
2 Timothy. Go ahead.
So for the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean? Like itching ears? Like
You're looking for what you want to hear. That's what you're looking for.
Right.
That's why there's so many fake Israelite groups out here. There's so many fake Israelite groups because there is something that group teaches that person likes. And that's what they've been looking for all along. See, that's perfect. Okay. The Jews are black. I agree with that. Yeah, blacks, Hispanics, I agree with that. Okay. A man can have more than one wife. I don't know. I don't know how my wife will feel about that. Let me see. I do agree that we the Jews, though. But let me see if I can find a group that say that you can only have one wife. And then you find a group that says, yeah, we're the Israelites, but a man can only have one wife. See, this group is, my spirit is what the Christians say about their spirit? My spirit bear record with what you're saying. See, I can feel that because that sound right to me. They have an itching ears because they're looking for something that's palatable to their taste. What do? We don't give you salt around the rim. See, fake Israelite groups, they give you salt around the rim and a little what? Yeah, and the lemon wedge, and they put the little, what you want, strawberry in it, orange, mango. They give you a mixed drink. No, in here, we don't even give you a cup. We give you we have the bottle and we pour it in your mouth. That's what the prophets was saying, that it's sweet to your taste. I mean, it's sweet in your taste, but it's bitter in your stomach. Right. Like you hearing this, it's like, yeah, I agree, but now I have to do it. Now I have to feel it. I have to feel the pain of drinking straight liquor all night. Yeah, it was fun. Drinking straight liquor was fun until the hangover. Well, it's a hangover that comes with being in the truth. Facing the facts and having to deal with the facts, that's hard to do out. And so many brothers can't deal with it. So now read it again from the top.
This is the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 4, verse 3. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine.
Stop. So a lot of people like to pull this scripture and pull this for us, right? But what they're not doing is holding on to sound doctrine. That doctrine is not sound.
Right.
That doctrine, it has no ground. It's new. See, they think that what we're teaching is new. That's why in Revelation just said they will sing it as if it was a new song. Because to you it's new because you've heard the song of Christianity for so long. You heard the song of God loves everybody for so long. So now you hear that God doesn't love everybody and you say this is a new song. No, this is the old song. You've been singing a new song. And now the old song is back and it's back to you as if it was new. Because you don't have sound doctrine. Keep going.
But after their own lust.
After their what?
Own lust.
After the Spirit of God.
Own lust.
After their own lust, what?
Shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears.
Yeah. What they do is find somebody that says what they want to be said because that's what they agree with. They don't want to go through the friction of following Christ. That's the hardest part about it. The hardest part about following Christ is you're going to lose a lot. In the church, what do you do when you come to Jesus? You gain a lot. That's how you know if Jesus is with you. That's how you know if you're being taught by the right preacher. That's what they say. That preacher not feeding me. I'm not being fed in that church. What does that mean? You got to get, don't they say that? Right. Yeah. I'm not being fed in there. So now you got to get more to serve Christ. That's how I know that I'm serving Jesus. Because I got a new car. As soon as I went to this church and I started being under Minister James Anderson, I got a new car. My husband left me, and now I'm happy and single. Everything is just going. I got a new job. Everything just looking up. Everything is good now. And then 2 weeks later, you lose your job. And then why did you lose your job? Because God told you it was time for you to leave. And then, see, now God is a voice in your head that's telling you all the things you want. God is always telling you what you want to hear. God never says nothing you disagree with. Have you ever thought about that? A Christian just always saying what God says and they never have a problem with it? Have you read the scriptures when God told a prophet to do something and he ran away? Yeah, I don't know what God is. What's this new God they got that's just always giving them something to do that's so easy to do? No. The God of the Bible tell you to do something. He said, go to Nineveh, you go to Tarshish. You get on the boat to go to Tarshish. And then the storm that's happening in everybody's life is because you were there, not being in the right place. So all the friction that's going on around you is because you are moving in the wrong direction. And you don't ever see that as a Christian. You don't ever see that all the friction that's been around you and going around you has been because you were doing the wrong thing. Who was doing the wrong thing? Everybody else. It's her fault. It's his fault. Oh, well, she shouldn't have never. That's your life as a Christian. That's their life with people that having itching ears. So when they in this fake Israelite group that, you know, they get everything they want, but then they find out how fake they are. They find out all the things that's going on in there, and then they say it's this organization's fault. The problem, you didn't come to the organization that is real. Right. You didn't want real because it doesn't feel good. It doesn't taste good. It doesn't sound good. It's hard to deal with. That's the truth. What they say about the truth? The truth what? What? It feels good? No, it hurts. It's convenient. No, it hurts. The truth hurts. That's what they say. That's why you have to face the facts. Right. People don't like facing facts. People turn from the facts. They run from the truth. Not in here. You get the truth put in your face every day about yourself, about your childhood, about your children, about your wife, about your brother, your mother. You come in here and find out, damn, my mama was a hoe. I didn't even know it. I mean, I know I got 7 brothers from different men, but I didn't ever think that she was a hoe. Then you can face it. And now you found out why your family has the same curse. But guess what? You could come in here and become a new person. You could come in here and be you could be a old hoe that is now a woman that has only been with one man for the rest of her life. That's what you can be. This is the place of opportunity. All the opportunity that you need, that you look for in the world, that you thought America was going to give you, the UPK gives that to you. It gives you a new chance, new hope, new faith, a new structure of how family is ran, a new counseling and how to build up and grow a nation, how not to be so selfish. You get all that in here. Only if your ears are itching. Only if you're not looking for what you want to hear. If you're really trying to get help, then you're going to go to the place that tells you the truth. That's the thing. Give me verse 4.
Khan. Verse 4. And they shall turn away their ears from the truth.
That's what they do. People that has itching ears, they turn away their ears from the truth. They don't listen to the facts that we bring out. And what? Keep going.
And shall be turned unto fables.
And turn to lies. That's why we see so much hurt in the community, because no one wants to hear the truth about themselves. You think you just got a cigarette problem. No, you're a drug abuser. That's the real problem. You think that you just do a little drinking. No, you're an alcoholic. That's what you are. That's the truth about yourself. You think you just you like a lot of you got a special taste for men. No, you a hoe. That's what it is. You see, all the things you think about yourself, nobody's ever told you the truth about yourself. That's really what you don't know the truth. You don't know that you are really disgusting. Like when I first got into school, General Muhammad used to always say, "You're dumb and I'm smart. You're stupid and I'm smart. If you want to know what's right, come and ask me." I believe him. I do. I believe him because if I didn't, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here if I had all the answers. And that's what makes the truth so beautiful. All of us are looking for answers, meaning we don't have them. So now we see this at camp all the time. Jesus ain't black. Well, what color is he? I don't know. So how you know he ain't black? Well, you just said you don't know, but he ain't black. That's you in the world. God don't want me to stop celebrating Christmas. How you know? I don't know. That just don't sound like God because you never heard God before. You never heard him before. You hear you. And that's not what you want to do. I remember when I first came into the truth and I told my mother that I was going to not celebrate Christmas or birthdays. She's like, "You're going to do that to them kids? Them kids ain't going to be able to have a Christmas or a birthday. They going to hate you." And I was like, damn, they might hate me. And I went home. I said, "Hey, we ain't celebrating Christmas or birthdays no more." It was like, I said, "Because God hated." Oh, it was just like that. I mean, it wasn't no arguing. It was just like, oh, okay. I was like, "Yeah, so, would you rather have Christmas once a year or we just buy you things all the time?" Okay, let me see. How many days is it? 365? 365 days. One day. I think we'll take the 365. It's like, yeah, that sounds a little better, don't it? It's like you don't celebrate your birthday because you're worshiping yourself as a god and you make God think that you're an op. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm good on that. My babies, they see people in their class celebrating birthdays. They don't care. They don't ever say, "When is mine? When are we going to have the cupcakes for my day?" They don't care about none of that. You know who cares about that? You do. It's nostalgia. You think your child is as sick as you are. Your child is not. And you can train up a child in the way it should go. That's why you're so sick and dumb, because you were trained to be sick and dumb. Now you're going to train these next generation of children to be healthy and intelligent through giving them the truth. People always talk about, "Oh, y'all talk about sex in front of kids." The TV do too. The TV don't just talk about it. The TV shows them the act. It shows it to them. It shows them where to put that thing and where it goes. It's people getting head on regular TV shows now. Just regular. A regular sex scene is everywhere. You know why? Because the world teaches you how to be sick. Go ahead, sis. You had your hand up. Give her the mic.
I was gonna say that even some cartoons they have some sexually
Yes.
little messages in them.
It's a movie out. I can't think of it with a whole bunch of weenies and it's a whole bunch of sausage fest. Hot. Listen, that's a cartoon. It should be rated R. I walked in the house and seen that on the TV. I seen that on the TV and I almost lost everything in my brain. I was like, "What is this?" And they was like, "Oh, it's Sausage Fest. Aha, he funny." I said, "Man, if y'all don't turn this mess off, it's a full out orgy going on the screen with food."
It's like it's with food, so it don't sound like it. Like
That's the thing. That is why we say the white man is the devil. That right there. Because you see, but it's with food though, so it really ain't that bad. That's their agenda. It's not people, it's food. So it's really not that bad. That's how the white man has done you for so many years. For so many years, he's putting things in your face that made you say, "But it can't be that bad because it's this." It's for the children. Trick or treat, they going to get candy. It's for the kids. You're going to have to teach your children what's good and what's bad, because the world is feeding it evil so your children can be unhealthy. And when I say unhealthy, I mean mentally unhealthy, ill, sick. I see sisters and brothers that walk up and they're just so beaten up and downtrodden. And that's why Christ came, to give the poor hope, because we're so beaten up and downtrodden and no one gives a damn. All right. All right. I think I'm good with that. You good on that? You call? All right. Most High Christ. Another question in the room? Go ahead, Kabar.
My question is concerning Damascus.
Okay.
It has the book of Jeremiah, chapter 49, verse
23.
23. Yes, sir.
Mhm.
I was wondering if that's like is that Damascus then, or is that talking about Damascus?
The Bible
now?
is alive. This is the living word. All of this is written down because it's history. The book of Revelation is history. It hasn't happened yet, but it's written down because it's already done.
Right.
You know what that means? There's not going to be a World War IV.
Right.
Why?
Because it only goes up to World War III.
Right. So that's finished. We already know the outcome of all of this. We already know how it's going to play out. Like, the Lord gave us the blueprint. That's what a blueprint is. It's the finished work of something that has to be built or has to be presented, has to be brought out. So you're looking at the finished work. Right now, Damascus just got hit. Right. And read that.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 49, verse 23. Concerning Damascus, Hamath is confounded, and Arpad, for they have heard evil tidings.
Mm-hmm.
They are faint-hearted. There is sorrow on the sea.
Mm-hmm.
It cannot be quiet.
Keep going.
Verse 24. Damascus is waxed feeble, and turneth herself to flee, and fear hath seized on her anguish, and sorrows have taken her as a woman in travail.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 25. How is the city of praise not left, the city of my joy?
Keep going.
Verse 26. Therefore her young men shall fall in her streets, and all the men of war shall be cut off in that day.
Guess what? Guess what Israel just bombed in Damascus?
The military base.
The military base. Read that last verse again.
Therefore her young men shall fall in her streets, and all the men of war.
The men of what?
Men of war
Mm-hmm.
shall be cut off in that day.
Listen, you reading the news, written thousands of years ago. You reading in the Bible something that just happened physically like a week ago. Why? Because this is the living word. That's why. That's why we can always flip back through the scriptures and tell you about this happening, because there is nothing new under the sun.
Right.
It's just keep repeating itself. And that's why they want to stop teaching history, because they don't want you to know that these things are repeating. That's why people always talk about the fall of Rome. And when they talk about the fall of Rome, they say America is on the verge of falling like Rome did, because the same things that was happening in Rome right before it fell is happening in America right now. So now what is Donald Trump saying? Cut all the history classes off. No more history. Go ahead.
That's why that bubonic plague is so heavy that, you know what I mean, it's an uproar coming out, because like that was then and is now.
Yeah, they don't want you to. People are like, what's the Black Plague? What's the bubonic plague? What's that? Because they don't know history.
Right.
And that's the thing. That's why the Lord left us these records, so that we can know what's coming again. This is how we know the future, by knowing the past.
Right.
You understand? So that's what this is about. The Lord is giving us the blueprint on life. This is how these people messed up. And this is the punishment that happened to them for messing up. This is how they got back right. That's your life. You have the key and the solution to fix your life. It's right here. It's in your hand. All you have to do is follow it.
Right.
But yeah, this is talking about, you can absolutely use this for today. You can also use Isaiah 17:1. It talks about Damascus and Syria falling and going to war all together too.
You said 17:1?
Yeah, you can go to it if you want to.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 17, verse 1. The burden of Damascus.
Mm-hmm.
Behold, Damascus is taken away from being a city, and it shall be a ruinous heap.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be destroyed utterly. Just gonna be a whole heap of ruin. When I was in Belize, the whole island of San Pedro's looked like a heap of ruin. It's just so underdeveloped. It just it seems like trash is everywhere. It's like projects that started, and the people who got the money for the project look like they just took the money and left. Like they started the foundation, they put the walls up, and then they stopped and they left, and they, and it looked like they did that all over the island. Well, that's how these countries are going to look. They're going to look like vacos, just buildings that's up that got boards over the windows. You know what I mean? That's underdeveloped. That somebody, all they have to do is go in there and fix it up. But no one cares enough to do it.
Right.
That's what our job is. That's what you are. You are an undeveloped vaco. That's what the people are that we're trying to get in the school. You're a building that's sitting up that nobody cares about. The pastor doesn't care about you. The government don't care about you. Nobody cares about you. So what do? We come in and put windows in you. We come and clean out the building, sweep the floor, mop, paint the walls, put up a flat screen and put a mattress and put a bed in there, put some doors on you, make you a habitable house. That's what we're doing in here. But Damascus is going to be destroyed utterly. Why? So that blacks and Hispanics and Native Indians can sit in their place as the rulers of this earth under Christ. That's why all of this is happening. All of the falls of all the nations around us on this earth is so you can get your seat. You know how long we've been wanting our seat? Ezra's talked about all, like, damn, when is this gonna happen? When will this be? And that's what we've always wanted. That's why so many people gave up. So many people have given up on following the Lord because we're so deep in the ocean, they don't have enough breath to come up. They lose breath before they make it to the top. So they give up. And they sink back down to the bottom. All right. Next. Mm-hmm.
Slucky, sir, we have a question from Officer Rapayad.
Come on.
2 Ezra chapter 2, verse 17.
Damn.
Fear not, thou mother of the children, for I have chosen thee, saith the Lord.
That's it? Okay.
Come on, concert. The 2 Ezra 2 and 17.
All right. Read up. Go up 2 verses. Let's see what you're talking about.
This is the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 2, verse 15. Mother, embrace thy children and bring them up with gladness. Make their feet as a pillar, for I have chosen thee, saith the Lord. Verse 16. And those that be dead will I rise up again from their places and bring them out of their graves. For I have known my name. For I have known my name is in Israel.
Yeah, this is telling Israel to build up strong men. This is telling the nation that he's going to send help. The Lord is going to send help to rebuild the nation. Imagine you're a prophet of God and you trying to find men right now. What are we trying to do? We're trying to build schools and find men. And so Ezra is like damn, what's taking this so long? And the Lord is like, read it again from the top.
Colonel Khan. Mother, embrace thy children and bring them up with gladness.
Mm-hmm.
Make their feet as a pillar.
Mm-hmm.
For I have chosen thee, saith the Lord.
Yeah, that mother is talking about is Jerusalem. Like Jerusalem is the mother of us all. So he's telling us, mother, bring up these strong young men. Keep going.
Verse 16. And those that be dead will I rise up again from their places and bring them out of their graves.
Yeah, the real prophets, the hard workers, they'll be back. I'm going to raise them up out their places, out the dead, and bring them back to come and help. The prophets of God, the spirit of the prophets are subjected to the prophets. Right. So he's giving them encouragement because he's thinking that, man, it's hard. I need more workers. He's like, don't worry about it. I'm going to send them back in the earth. I'm going to send them hard, heavy hitters back in the earth to help you build this school, to help you build this nation. Keep going.
For I have known my name in Israel.
Yeah, because my reputation, my name is in Israel. I'm not, they're not going to wake up and be Edomites. Right. Keep going.
Verse 17. Fear not, thou mother of the children, for I have chosen thee, saith the Lord.
Fear not, Jerusalem, mother of the children. Israel, Jerusalem is the mother of us all. Right. For I have chosen thee. Who did he choose? The nation of Israel. Keep going.
Saith the Lord. Verse 18. For thy help, for thy help will I send my servants Esau and Jeremy, after whose counsel I have sanctified and prepared for thee 12.
Go ahead. I have sanctified and go ahead.
Prepared for thee 12 trees laden with diverse fruits.
Yeah, listen, I'm gonna send you some help. I'm gonna send Esau and Jeremy to come and help you. Who is Esau? That's Isaiah. Jeremy is Jeremiah. Okay. I'm gonna send some strong prophets to come and help you. Yeah. To build up these 12 tribes. That's what I'm gonna do. Go ahead.
So in the Greek, Esau is, because this has to be Greek, right? Esau is Isaiah. Mm-hmm. So Esau, that back in his name is Isaiah.
That's who is talking about in this text. Isaiah and Jeremiah. Esau and Jeremy.
that threw me for a loop. I was like, so he gonna send Esau? Like,
yeah, I know.
Okay.
So this is just talking about fearing not that you're not gonna be able to do the work, because the Lord is going to send you help. He's going to send you brothers to help you, and he's going to send back strong prophets. He's going to send back Isaiah and Jeremiah. You know what I'm saying? To get back in here and do that work. All right. Next question.
My question is the 1 Corinthians 1 and 27.
1 Corinthians 1 and 27.
Can I just get a general breakdown on that? I think it's like 27 through 30.
Come on.
First Corinthians chapter 1 verse 27. But God had chosen, but God has chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise.
Mm-hmm.
And God has chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 28. And base things of the world and things which are despised hath God chosen. Yeah. And things which are not to bring to naught things that are.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 29, that no flesh should glory in his presence. Verse 30, but of him are ye in Christ Jesus.
This
Or
is
in
talking
Yahushua.
about the Lord chose you, a nobody, not the highly esteemed, not he didn't go to the college campus and get everybody with doctrines and PhDs.
Right.
He chose the foolish thing. Give me the verse before that. 26 that you started at. Started 26. You started at 27?
Yes, sir.
Started 26.
The book of, can I start at 25, sir?
Yeah, start wherever.
The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 25. Because the foolishness of God is wiser than men, and the weakness of God is stronger than men. Verse 26. For ye see your calling, brethren, how that not many wise men after the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble are called.
You see what he's saying? He said, you seeing this work that we're doing, and the brothers that's coming in here, not many of them are highly esteemed, noble people in the community. He's not calling the Al Sharptons and Louis Farrakhan. Louis Farrakhan, a heathen anyway. He's not calling the people with the PhD. We got brothers in the school that's highly decorated, but the school is not built on the upper class of blacks and Hispanics. Is built on the foolish things, on the drug addicts, on the people that can't glory in their accolades. See what I'm saying? If it was somebody with a PhD and all that, then you'll be like, well, yeah, he has a PhD. I know he know what he's talking about. That ain't who the Lord chose. The Lord chose the drug addicts, the ex-pimps, ex-hoes, ex-drug abusers, ex-thieves, ex-murderers, ex-everything. The X-Men. That's what he chose. And brought us into the truth. And now we saving lives and changing people's lives and bringing people out the mud. That's what this is about. He's saying, the Lord is choosing the foolish things of the world,
right,
to save everybody. That's a flex. That's like you choosing a team and I get all the leftovers and we win the championship.
Right.
That's what the Lord did. He went to the highways and the byways.
Right.
He went to the place where nobody cared about. That's you. It's blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You are the people that no one cares about. And he's doing this building of the kingdom of heaven with the poor. So who's going to be able to glory in it? Who's going to be able to say, I put $100 million in on this? I put a bill on it. We looking at all these billionaires, but if they give, then they'll be able to say, well, I started the funding of this building of this school when I gave it first $1 billion. Right. God is like, nah, you're not going to be able to take no glory for this. I'm going to build this school with drug addicts. I'm going to build this school with men that do drugs, sell drugs, women that sell their body and sell, braid hair. That's all they do. Right. People that ain't got no money.
And what's crazy? It's like the Lord opened 5 schools this year, and what's his name? Umar Johnson still ain't opened one.
Give him a hand up.
It still hasn't opened that one.
He got money too. They were sending the money into him.
Right. It's crazy.
And all I hear him talking about is snowflakes and white girls and all that, huh? Yeah, and throat goats. That's all I'm hearing. I'm not hearing about the work he's doing. While we struggle and try to figure out how to pay the bills, but then we open up a whole building weekly. Every time I look up, another school is being opened.
Right.
Somewhere. Right now, there's schools. Right now, there's next week that's on the verge of signing the papers to get in the building. Right. That's what we do. How? Because God is using the foolish to confound the wise. Are these people really wise? No, they're the wise of this world. Right. Who everybody looks up to as wise, and everybody looks down on us like we're foolish. That's who's going to destroy America. The foolish. These people are crazy. What do they call us? Fools for Christ.
Right.
That's how this place is going to fall. The fools for Christ are going to make more fools for Christ. That's going to make a revolution of righteous people. That's what we do. All right. Next question. Are y'all one?
Call concern. Titus chapter 1, verse 15.
Go ahead.
Unto the pure, all things are pure, but unto them that are defiled and unbelieving is nothing pure, but even their mind and conscience is defiled. My question about it was the unto the pure, all things are pure. I just need a good understanding of that.
Okay. Unto the righteous, everything that I do will be righteous. That's what it means. Righteous men will do righteous things. Just like saying all things that I can eat, all things. What does that mean?
All lawful things.
Well, if I'm pure, if all things are pure, then what does that mean?
It's just what your world is, because it's like what your normal everyday thing is a standard that is pure.
Yeah, I don't let impurity around me. I won't do impure things. So if you see me in the club, guess what that means? It is.
It's pure.
It's pure. Because that's all I'm gonna do. That's why the general say, if you see us doing it, it's right. Because all things are pure unto the pure. But to those that are not pure, then you got to question what they do, because they don't have the cleanliness that we have. You have to question them on what they're going to do, because they don't have the reputation of being clean, being pure. All right.
Can that also, like you said, can that also be applied in a sense to how people are optimistic even through stuff that would normally be negative? Like whenever, like say for instance, wars breaking out, there's destruction in the Gaza Strip, right? A lot of people dying and stuff. But we see it's pure because it's a part of the prophecy and a part of the cleansing of the land, and Most High is like doing over there, you know. Or even like say for instance, a family member of mine is passing away, like a grandmother or grandfather, and I'm like, well, at least they ain't gonna be here when the bombs drop. It's like the mindset is always like more prone to being more optimistic because of the understanding of the scriptures.
Yeah, we got a better understanding of life and what's going on in life, so we're not as easily beset, or we're not as easily hurt by things that go on, because we understand what's going on. We see death and we understand what death is. Other people go see death and they don't understand it, and it torments them forever, for the rest of their life. That's where their addiction starts. A lot of people, addiction starts after someone's death. They are now chasing a high to feel relieved from the pain of the death, or the stress, or the agony, or the depression. So it starts, that's where it starts. After this horrible thing happens, then they look for something to relieve them of that stress. But you being in the truth, when this horrible thing happened, you have somewhere to take your mind that relieves you of the stress. That scripture right there that you just read is about hypocrites. It's about people that say they pure and they not pure. You'll be able to see it by what they do. Read it again.
Kokan, Titus chapter 1, verse 15. Unto the pure, all things are pure, but unto them that are defiled and unbelieving is nothing pure.
Yeah, but to the unbelievers, nothing they do is right. Keep going.
But even their mind and conscience is defiled.
Even what they think and how they feel, all of it is unclean. Their thoughts are unclean. Read the next verse.
Kokan, verse 16. They profess that they know God.
Read that again.
They profess that they know God, but in works they deny him, being abominable and disobedient, and unto every good work reprobate.
Yeah, that's the answer right there to your question. This is about not being a hypocrite. We not hypocrites, because what we say is what we do. They are hypocrites because they profess to know God, but everything that they think, that they do, they act out, they feel is impure. All right. Next, go ahead.
Can we precept that with 1 John 2 and 3?
1 John 2 and 3. What's that?
For he that say they know them, but
Keep not my commandments is a liar.
yes, sir.
Yeah, you can use that.
Correct.
Copy y'all. I'm gonna come to you next, 6.
I had a question in Joel chapter 1 and verse 4. About like is it saying pretty much that like talking about like the nations coming and kind of taking over us, like having us in captivity over and over and over?
Read what you got.
This is the book of Joel chapter 1 and verse 4. This is, or can I start at verse 3? Sorry, verse 3. Verse 3. Tell ye your children of it, and let your children tell their children, and their children another generation. Verse 4. That which the palmer worm hath left hath the locust eaten, and that which the locust hath left hath the cankerworm eaten, and that which the cankerworm hath left hath the caterpillar eaten. Verse 5. Awake ye drunkards, and weep and howl, all ye drinkers of wine, because of the new wine, for it is cut off from your mouth.
Read the next verse.
Verse 6. For a nation is come up upon my land, strong and without number, whose teeth are the teeth of a lion, and he hath the cheek teeth of a great lion.
Yeah, this is talking about a war that's going to take your land from you, and you're going to lose everything from it. And when you lose everything from it, you're going to know that I did it to you, because you're going to be eaten up. Why are you going to be eaten up? Why is this happening?
Because we disobeyed the Lord.
That's it. That's the whole Bible. The Bible is the Lord letting you know, I'm going to punish you for your disobedience, and I'm going to use my whooping sticks. What are the whooping sticks that the Lord used?
Oppression or captivity.
You just read it. Read verse 6 again.
Verse 6. For a nation is
what?
For a nation.
What are the Lord's whooping sticks that he used to beat you upside the head?
The nations.
Other people. Other nations. And now what do? You go and love them. The whoopings. You love the switches. You love the belt. And so now all you get is what? Beatings. Because you love the thing that's supposed to correct you. So now you fall in love with brutality, with being beaten, with being hurt. And God sees that you are pain-free, and then you say, oh, Lord, stop this beating. It's like, shit, I've been waiting for you to ask. Now turn back to me and do what I say. And then we do that for about, 20 minutes. And as soon as, have you ever seen somebody, I know all of you have been in this situation. Have you ever seen somebody that smoke all the drugs, but then they need a job? Then they say, God, if you give me this job, I'm gonna stop smoking. And you go in there and you take that piss test and you pass it. And then you say, thank you, God, I got the job. And you celebrate with a blunt. That's Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. That's what we do to God every time. Lord, my mama's sick. Please heal my mama. The Lord heal your mama. And now you don't talk to the Lord no more. Lord, please do this for me. He does it, and he never hears from you ever again. You never do no work. You never do nothing for him ever again. Then one day he said, you know what? I'm not going to heal you. I'm not going to do this for you. You either become a servant or an enemy. You either engulf yourself with serving the Lord, or you just engulf yourself in the world. Either way is a win-win. All right? You good? Sis, next question.
If you could break down 1 Thessalonians 4, 11, and 12.
1 Thessalonians 4:11. Okay, let's get it. One of the brothers read it.
First Thessalonians,
It's the book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 11.
verse 12.
That's what you said, sis, 11. And that ye study to be quiet, and to do your own business, and to work with your own hands, as we commanded you. Verse 12. That ye may walk honestly toward them that are without, and that ye may have lack of nothing.
Okay. What do you want to know about this? Just want a general breakdown? This is about the work of the Lord. This is about the men and the ranking system that we have and how we are structured in the school to operate. You understand? Give me 2 verses above that. It probably give you a little more.
Kind of one concert. Verse 9. 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 9. But as touching brotherly love, ye need not that I write unto you, for ye yourselves are taught of Yahweh to love one another.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 10. And indeed ye do it toward all the brethren which are in all Macedonia. But we beseech you, brethren, that ye increase more and more.
This is about the school. And when you come into school, you got to take orders and you got to listen. You got to be in line because we're growing more and more. So everybody can't be in here trying to teach. Everybody can't be in here trying to give their suggestions. So what do you have to do? Read the next verse.
Verse 11. And that ye study to be quiet.
You need to study first. The first thing you do is study to shut up. That's why you come in here as a trooper. You come in here, you do 90 days. You learn how to shut up first because you so used to talking. You so used to, well, I think the book of Revelations is talking about this. You got everything to say about what you think. The first thing you need to learn how to do is shut your mouth first. Keep going.
And to do your own business.
And mind your own business. That's what your 90 days is about. Coming in here, shutting up, minding your own business. Keep going.
And to work with your own hands, as we commanded you.
As we what?
As we commanded you.
As the orders given to you. As we command you. So you come in here, you do your own business, mind your own business, work as we tell you. Hey, I need you to go in there and pick up them boxes. Hey, come on, come. That's what we told you to do. That's what you do. You don't say, well, I think them boxes should be over here. Well, what about if we put them boxes over here? Hey, we didn't ask you to do that. We asked you just to do this. That's what you should do. Work with your hands to shut up and listen and follow orders. Now, as you grow and you work, then you get more responsibility. Then you get the opportunity to speak. But first, you have to know how to listen. That's the most important thing, listening. And not hearing, but listening. A lot of women and brothers, you do a lot of hearing. I heard what you said. Yeah, but did you listen to what I said? So like that's 2 different things. Because when you hear somebody, you're only hearing them to respond. You're hearing them so you can come up with a rebuttal instead of listening and digesting what they're saying and comprehending it. We need people that listen, not just hear. All right.
The next verse.
Go ahead.
Verse 12. That ye may walk honestly toward them that are without.
That you may walk honestly toward people that's not in the truth. So now, these people that's outside of the truth, outside of the word, can see you. And now they can say they not hypocrites because they're honestly doing this. They're honestly coming in here, shutting up. Now you can help them by seeing you. Keep going.
And that ye may have lack of nothing.
Yeah, and you won't lack anything because now you're in order in the structure. All right. All right. Next.
It's like you, sir. I got I want to get a general breakdown on Ecclesiastes 38 and Ecclesiasticus 38 and 24, but it's like all the way down to the end of the chapter because I don't know if it's all connected. I think it is.
Okay, come on.
Okay. The book of Ecclesiastes is chapter 38, verse 24. The wisdom of the learned man cometh by opportunity of leisure, and he that hath little business shall become wise.
What that mean?
That's saying like what we were just talking about earlier in First Corinthians about the man that has little business, he's going to become wise and be wiser than the men with big business.
Yeah. What you got, y'all one?
Availability is the best ability.
Give him a hand. That's what this is about. This is about availability. Somebody that's always at the slave, they don't have time to focus on the work of the Lord. A man with a lot of free time has a lot of free time to work on the house of God.
Right.
But if you don't, then all you thinking about is trucks. You think about driving trucks all day because that's what you do for your slavery. So you don't have a lot of time to focus on God. Read it again.
The wisdom of a learned man cometh by opportunity.
By opportunity. That's what you get. Now you get more time to study. You get more time to learn more, ask more questions because now you're free to think about something other than stocking shelves.
Right.
Keep going.
Of leisure. And he that hath little business.
A lot of business.
A little business.
He that don't got a lot to do, what?
Shall become wise.
You're going to become wise because now all you're going to learn about is the truth, how to counsel, how to deal with situations. You're going to see the men above you do things that you wouldn't be able to see because you was at the slave.
Right.
Keep going.
Verse 25. How can he get wisdom that holdeth the plow?
There we go. How can you get wisdom if you always at work? How you going to learn about God and you always holding the plow? The people that hold the plow, guess what their business is? Guess what they mind on all day? The plow.
Right.
That's all they worried about. Plowing. That's all you can focus on is plowing. That is why the white man has such a great country. Because he has people that only think about plowing.
Right.
And he's free to, with his leisure, to get rich. Go ahead.
And to be in everybody else's business.
That's it right there. Go ahead.
That's why in some slaveries that I've had in the past where I've been able to like put in my headphones or like listen through a Bluetooth speaker, I'll like put on a playlist like classes, and I'll be listening in the classes while I'm doing that work, and I'm just constantly trying to feed that other side of me. It's like even while I am doing work, like because obviously we in hell, we got slaveries and stuff, but I still want to try to keep my mind focused on something that's gonna still stick with my mind. It's
Absolutely.
important, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. That's what this is talking about. Keep reading though; it get better.
And that glorieth in the gold.
And your glory is not in the work of the Lord. Your glory is in gold, getting paid, because you're always plowing. Keep going.
Right. That driveth oxen and is occupied in their labors, and whose talk of is of bullocks.
Salakia, it said gold, not gold.
No, I said gold.
Salakia, my bad. Keep going.
He giveth his mind, verse 26, he giveth his mind to make furrows, and is diligent to give the kind fodder.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 27. So every carpenter and workmaster that laboreth night and day, and they cut the grave seals, and are diligent to make great variety, and give themselves to counterfeit imagery, and watch to finish a work.
All he do as a carpenter, he don't got time to think about God. He got time for the imagery, for the hard work that he put on to build this place up. That's all his mind is on.
Right.
Keep going.
Verse 28. The smith also sitting by the anvil and considering the ironwork, the vapor of the fire wasted his flesh,
Mm-hmm.
and he fighteth with the heat of the furnace, the noise of the hammer.
So what is this? What are these doing? These are explaining different slaveries.
Right, and how they always
And
doing
that's-
that, and it's beating up their body, and they
All they're doing is just working and working, and their mind is constantly on this work and no other work. That's what this is. He's just going through all these different occupations.
Okay, so then down verse 31.
Okay.
It says all these trust to their hands, and everyone is wise in his work.
All of you people that have these jobs, they trust in their work, and they're wise in this field of work.
Right.
That's where your wisdom is in whatever your slavery is.
Right.
You get so good at it because you do it every day
Right.
that now you're a master at it.
Right.
You're a master at stacking boxes. Now you got different methods. Instead of while everybody stacking boxes like this, you have created a system that you can get this inventory done way faster because you are a master at it, because that's where you're wise at. You're giving all your brain to this.
Right.
But then you get fired from the warehouse, and now all that wisdom that you have on that, it does not benefit you at all. You dumb as hell in life.
Right.
Go ahead.
Because I had that car accident, my back was messed up, right? And at the slavery, there was this one time that there was a pallet of sheets, which is like the side of the car, right?
Mhm.
And each one's like 60 pounds.
Mhm.
And I seen a group of 4 dudes picking them up one by one, putting them on another pallet because they had to move them to another pallet, hurting their backs. And I'm like, man, move out the way. I used a forklift. I just went under the sheets, picked it up, and then perfectly placed it on the other one. I'm like, there, you're done. Now you don't have to do 180 of these.
Yes. That's what people that work, your wisdom is in the work, right? Keep going.
Right. Verse 32. Without these cannot a city be inhabited.
Because you're essential. Without you doing this work,
Right.
a city can't be made without you. You are the builders of cities. Now, imagine if you put all of that time, effort into building this house.
Right.
There's no excuse. Cities are made by people's hands. Problem is, we're not building our own house. We're a construction team that build houses for everybody else, and we're homeless.
That's crazy.
That's blacks and Hispanics.
That right now, that's definitely Hispanics. When you go around, they out here building all the skyscrapers, everybody's house, but then at the same time, they're trying to deport them.
You know why? Because they don't have any place to call home.
Right.
And that's why we're here. We're here to give them a place to call home, and we're going to build this house up. We're going to build this house up with our hands. We're going to do everything that we're supposed to do to keep our family safe. We're putting our hands to this plow. We're giving God more of our time than the white man.
Right.
Finish that verse.
Right. And they shall not dwell where they will, nor go up and down.
Go ahead.
Verse 33. They shall not be sought for in public council, nor sit high in the congregation.
Yeah, you a slave, huh? You're not gonna sit in the public councils or sit high in the congregation. You a worker. You don't go to the board meetings.
Yeah.
Keep going.
They shall not sit on the judge's seat, nor understand the sentence of judgment. They cannot declare justice and judgment, and they shall not be found where parables are spoken.
Yeah, you're not gonna get the breakdowns. You're not gonna learn the wisdom of how to deal with families, help people grow, get stronger. You're not gonna deal with the things that matter in life. So you're an excellent worker, but you're a horrible husband. You're an excellent worker, but a horrible father. You're an excellent worker, but a horrible mother or daughter or wife. Because you're good at your job, you get raised up. They're giving you a pay increase every 3 months.
Right.
Because you're an excellent worker. But when you come home, you lack all of the wisdom and the knowledge that God has given you to be an excellent wife or a husband or father or mother. You don't have that because of your slavery. Keep going.
Verse 34. But they will maintain the state of the world.
You're going to do what?
Maintain the state of the world.
But you're going to keep America great. You're going to make this place stay strong. You will maintain the state of this world. You will make the world a better place. Just not the ghetto. Just not your home. Just not your family's future. But the world, the world is in good hands because you here. Keep going.
And all their desire in the work of their craft.
And all your desires are going to be given to the work of your craft. You're not going to have desires for your own life. You're going to have desires for the company. That's where you're going to work at.
And can I keep going? It goes to the next chapter.
Okay.
Okay. The Ecclesiastes is chapter 39, verse 1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High is occupied in the meditation thereof.
Now, with somebody that's giving their mind to the truth, their mind is in focusing on the truth, meditating in the truth. Keep going.
Will seek out the wisdom of the ancient and the occupied in prophecy.
That's what we doing. We sitting up in here occupying ourselves in prophecy. This brother just pulled Jeremiah 49 and 23, looking at the news, talking about Damascus. Why? Because that's where your mind is occupied at, in prophecy and meditating on the future of our kingdom. Keep going.
Verse 2. He will keep the sayings of the renowned men and where subtle parables are.
Yeah, he gonna keep the sayings of the scriptures. Right. And all these parables that we read, we're gonna try to learn the meaning of it. But somebody that's always being a slave, they don't have time to think about parables. They got stuff that's right in front of them that ain't a parable that they got to deal with. Them papers, sending in that report, sending in that, doing them books on the docs and all that, you know, your hourly check-ins and all that kind of stuff. That's what you got your mind on. That's slavery. Keep going. Is that it?
He will be there also. I think verse 3. Verse 3. He will seek out the secrets of grave sentences and be conversant in dark parables.
That's what we're doing right now.
Yes.
We right now doing that at this present moment. All right?
Yes, sir. Come, sir.
Most High Christ. Are y'all on?
It's like, sir, if I could just add to that, when I hear that scripture, it also reminds me of not just when people are working, but certain hobbies that people have that they're really into. Like it could be sports, for example, right? Somebody that's super into basketball and they know everything about all the players. They doing the what they call it, the fantasy leagues and all that stuff, and they occupy their mind on YouTube videos, looking at highlights, looking at potential draft picks, and they just become obsessed with it. Same thing with kids that are obsessed with like video games, and they know everything about the consoles and the games coming out because it's what they're occupying themselves with most of the time, and it's almost like it's a distraction, right?
That's all it is. You just occupying yourself in a bunch of bullshit. Your mind is on nothing. Once the power go off, what benefit are you? If you ain't got no power, you can't play no games. You can't do nothing. What can you do? You don't know how to use a hammer, a nail. You don't know nothing about you don't know nothing. Listen, I was at the house the other day cutting wood, and I got this little chainsaw. And I told Yaquab, I said, hey, Yaquab, come out here and cut this wood. He grabbed that chainsaw. I said, no, give me that saw. And come out here and cut that wood with this saw. And he got the sawing on that wood, and he halfway through the wood got the sweating, and I looked at him. I said, that's what cutting wood was. This is why they said no working on the Sabbath. Because cutting wood wasn't pressing a button and no, that wasn't that. Cutting wood was this. Say, now get that axe and split it. And he got to see. He was like, oh, yeah, you don't know nothing about that. You know why? Because all you got time to do, you live a microwave life. You don't live a start a fire to warm up food life. That's a different type of fire, a different type of life. You're going to be going back to that real soon. I pray you understand that. Go ahead, your call.
It's like Sir Rapiad had another question.
Come on.
Second Ezra chapter 9, verse 17.
Second Ezra's 9:17. All right.
And he answered me, saying, like as the field is, so is also the seed. As the flowers be, such are the colors also. Such as the workman is, such also is the work. And as the husband is himself, so is his husbandry also. For it was the time of the world.
I'm see where we at. Give me up. Go up 3 verses. See what we talking about.
Second Ezra 9, verse 13. And therefore be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be punished, and when, but inquire how, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved, whose the world is, and for whom the world is created. Verse 14. Then answered I and said, I have said before, and now do speak, and will speak it also hereafter, that there be many more of them which perish than of them which shall be saved.
Okay.
Verse 16. Like as a wave is greater than a drop.
Okay. That's how much death is going to be. There's going to be many people keep talking about, I'm going to be saved. I'm going to be saved. The Bible just said there's going to be more dead than alive. Like a wave compared to a drop. That's a total different time. A drop, that's a wave is a conglomerate of water together. That's a big body of water, big enough to make a wave. You can't make a wave with 3 drops. That's called ripple. You tap the water, it make a ripple. It's not a wave. A wave, that's how many people are going to be dead. Keep going.
Verse 17. Oh, wait a minute. Where are we at?
Yeah, you're at 17 now.
Verse 17. And he answered me, saying, like as the field is, so is also the seed.
So the seed is the living. The field is the dead. Keep going.
As the flowers be, such are the colors also.
Yeah, he's breaking down, he's dissecting the death. What else?
Such as the workman is, such also is the work.
Mm-hmm.
And as the husband is himself, so is his husbandry also. For it was the time of the world.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
Verse 18. And now when I prepared the world, which was not yet made, even for them to dwell in that now live, no man spake against me.
Keep going.
Verse 19. For then everyone obeyed, but now the manners of them which are created in this world that is made are corrupted by a perpetual seed, and by a law which is unsearchable, rid themselves.
Yeah, the Lord, like when I made this place, didn't nobody contest me. Didn't nobody had nothing to say. But now look at all of y'all. Y'all think y'all know something. Y'all think y'all got the understanding. The Lord is talking about the destruction that's coming to this place for disobedience. Right. That's what this is about. All right?
The water, sir.
No sweat. Copy, y'all.
Like, sir, I back in Hosea. So, because I was reading the whole book of Hosea, and it was talking about Ephraim a lot, or like about how he was mad with Ephraim being the northern tribe, right? The northern kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
Like, was he more upset with the northern kingdom than like what in this?
Well, at this time, the northern kingdom had left. The southern kingdom was kind of still around. The northern kingdom had really left out. That's what the parable of the prodigal son is about. The parable of the prodigal son is about how the northern kingdom left and the southern kingdom stayed, right? and they went out and spoiled themselves and destroyed themselves, and they were dead to the Most High, to their father. But then one day they came back, and their father received them like they never left. And that's what the Lord has always wanted from us, was our obedience. But sometimes we start to think that we've gone so far into our sin that the Lord won't receive us or bring us back to him. And that's what this is about. He's mad at them. He calls the northern kingdom a silly dove, a love bird. Why? Because they love all the other gods and all the other nations and all the evil things. They're just lovers. They love evil. That's what he called them. So he just admonishing them and checking them over how naive they are to be so loving to a whore. Imagine you a father and you see your son, he's married to a clear whore. And you keep telling them, your wife is whoring on you. No, she would never. She would never do that to me. No, she just dressed like that. No, she just was in the car with that man until 4 a.m. because she was tired. That's her brother. They besties. They've been knowing each other since middle school. No, that really ain't that. See, what happened was, and you just sitting there looking at him and you like, all right, you'll see. And then one day he comes in the house. One day you go in the room and he just balled up, the covers over his head. You're like, what's wrong with you? Nothing. Oh, you found that. Yeah, she was in there getting gang banged by all your partners. They sent you the video. And now your heart is broken. That's Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians. You've been loving America and white Jesus for so long. You've been being gang banged by them all this time. By worshiping their gods. You have been being passed around. You went from being Christian to now you spiritual. Now you're not spiritual. Now you connect with the earth. You know what I'm saying? You grounding. You walk around with your shoes off, hugging trees and shit. You just a spiritual hoe. That's the problem. When God is standing over there as a good man, 6-figure man, he's high valued. He's standing over there like, hey, I'm still over here. And you're like, nah, I'm good. You too healthy. You too clean. I like my men sick. That's what you saying. So that's the reason we so destroyed, because we keep choosing the unhealthy relationships. Go ahead.
I'm going to break down on the Hosea chapter 12, verse 8.
Come on out.
This is the book of Hosea chapter 12, verse 8. And Ephraim said, yet I am become rich. I have found me out substance. In all my labors they shall find none iniquity in me that were sin.
That's it? I'm rich. I'm good. God is with me. And I'm not doing nothing wrong. Everything I'm doing is right because God is with me. Look, I got money. That's what we all equate righteousness to, having money. Keep going.
Verse 9. And I, that am the Lord thy God, from the land of Egypt, will yet make thee to dwell in tabernacles, as in the days of the solemn feast.
Keep going.
Okay, verse 10. I have also spoken by the prophets, and I have multiplied visions and used similitudes by the ministries. Yeah, it's like by the ministry of the prophets.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 11. Is there iniquity in Gilead? Surely they are vanity. They sacrifice bullocks in it's like Gilgal. Yea, the altars are as heaps in the furrows. It's like furrows of the fields.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 12. And Jacob fled into the country of Syria, and Israel served for a wife, and for a wife he kept sheep.
See that? You say how rich you are, how good you are, but you still got to go to these other nations for help and to work in their fields. And you trying to be lovers with these other nations. Keep going.
Verse 13. And by a prophet, the Lord brought Israel out of Egypt.
By what?
By a prophet, the Lord brought Israel out of Egypt.
Keep going.
And by a prophet was he preserved.
Keep going.
Verse 14, Ephraim provoked him to anger most bitterly. Therefore shall he leave his blood upon him, and his reproach shall his Lord return unto him.
Yeah, you pissing the Lord off. The Lord is trying to free you out of this place with the prophets, but you keep ignoring the prophets to stay with the hoes, which is the other nations. So you're angering the Lord. That's what this is about. All right. Come on.
Cool, sir. I had a question about 1 Corinthians chapter 15. Specifically verse 15, but I kind of want to back up to at least verse 12 because it's starting to talk about Christ being rose from the dead.
Okay.
Verse 12 says, now if Christ be preached that he rose from the dead, how say some among you that there is no resurrection of the dead?
What's the argument? Some people are saying that there's no resurrection from the dead. What's the resurrection from the dead?
Talking about regeneration?
Yes. Keep going.
So it's like the same people today that say you YOLO, you only live once.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same people.
And then he says, verse 13, but if there be no resurrection of the dead, then is Christ not risen? And if Christ be not risen, then is our preaching vain, and your faith is also vain? Verse 15, yea, and we are found false witnesses of God, because we have testified of God that he raised up Christ, whom he raised not up, if so be that the dead rise not. Verse 16, for if the dead rise not, then is not Christ raised. It's a lot of wordplay on that. That's why I was.
He's cutting them. He's asking them these questions to put them in the box. So basically, if Christ didn't rise, if he doesn't come back, then that means what we're doing is for nothing. All of this is for nothing then. So you shouldn't believe in nothing, because none of this makes sense if you don't come back. That's why that's why Christ was said, that's why Christ said God is the God of the living and not the dead. Why? He's trying to let them know that the men that died came back. If everybody in the Bible is dead, then we're reading a book about a bunch of dead people. And there's no need for us to follow it. But if they're back in the earth, then this book is alive. Their words are alive. The things that's happening around us, we see that what they said 1,000 years ago is happening today. And he's cutting them to say, Paul is saying, well, what are we doing then? Why are we even arguing? All of this is in vain, if that's the case. That's what he's cutting them to say.
And I think, Salaki, and as it continues, there's a scripture a couple verses down that I think kind of solidifies what he's saying right there.
Come on.
So he says in verse, let me start verse 16 again. So 1 Corinthians 15 and 16. For if the dead rise not, then is not Christ raised. And if Christ be not raised, your faith is vain, ye are yet in your sins. So is that talking about because he wasn't risen again, that
then you still a sinner, because he died for your sins. So if he didn't, then you're still in your sins.
And verse 18 says, then they also which are fallen asleep in Christ are perished. Verse 19, if in this life only we have hope in Christ, we are of all men most miserable.
If in this life we the only ones that can have hope in Christ, then we're all doomed. Because after we die, then what?
Because with the assumption that we don't rise again, that it would be like we're not going to see the kingdom.
Thank you. We're not going to ever see the kingdom. We're never going to be in it. So now I'm changing my life to die, to never get a place that I'm changing for. The prophets of God, the disciples asked the same question. They said, what will we get? And what did he say? Well, you're going to sit on 12 thrones judging the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel.
Right.
They was like, I bet. I'm cool with that. That sounds good. But then they had brothers asking that question. That question was putting demons on brothers about the seat, because that's what we're all working for, power and authority. Christians are not working for power and authority. They're working for unity. We've always wanted a crown. We've always wanted to be, a ruler, a power. You understand?
Come.
Give me that in Luke.
Come. Luke.
Luke 22.
Come, sir. Which verse?
Let me see which one I want. Luke 22 and 42. Wait. Start at 23.
Come. Luke chapter 22 and verse 23. And they began to inquire among themselves which of them it was that should do this thing. And there was also verse 24. And there was also a strife among them, which of them should be accounted the greatest. Verse 25. And he said unto them, the kings of the Gentiles exercise lordship over them, and they that exercise authority upon them are called benefactors.
See, this is what Christ is teaching you. Yeah, y'all should fight for these crowns. Y'all should want to be, should want to have a high place in the kingdom, but not like white people. You shouldn't want to be like them, because what is your job to do in the truth?
To serve. Well, technically
serve.
to serve. Huh?
Yeah, it's to serve. That's your job. But what do white people want you to do?
Serve them.
Serve them. And that's what a lot of people think. I'm going to I want you to serve me, and I want you to this and that. Christ is showing you, yeah, it's good that y'all work for these crowns and work for this, but not like a white man. And it was strife between them, because all of them wanted these seats. They wanted these seats. And what started all this was the sons of Zebedee, James and John. They asked the question. They was like, hey, you gonna let us sit on the right hand or sit on your right and left? And they was like, what? Like, hold up, what about us? You know what I'm saying? That's because they were passionate about getting this thing. Well, how would they do that if they all die and never come back?
Right. Come.
That's the point of your question.
Come.
That's what Paul was telling them. If we all die and don't come back, then we'll never get the place that we say we want. Because the people that he was talking to, they didn't believe in the afterlife, going up into the heavens, into the sky and living with the Lord. So he was making it practical. You understand that the kingdom is going to be on earth. It's going to be right here. So it has to be, we have to come back.
Right. Come.
That's the only way we'll get it. Other than that, then what are we doing?
So that's a really good part of the scripture to go to if somebody ever doesn't believe that in rejuvenation or regeneration. Come.
Read 29.
In Luke.
Where we at? Yeah.
Yeah, Kokan. Luke chapter 22, verse 29. And I appoint unto you a kingdom as my Father hath appointed unto me.
What's that?
Kingdom on earth.
Yeah. That's what we fighting for. What else?
Read on. Kokan, verse 30. That ye may eat and drink at my table in my kingdom, and sit on thrones judging the 12 tribes of Israel.
You see that? Go ahead.
So if people believe that heaven is when you're dead, how is your spirit going to eat and drink?
Come on, now. I ain't never seen a soul with an ass.
Right.
So souls, ghosts got butts. According to the white man, it was a ghost sitting right in my granny rocking chair.
Right.
Rocking the chair. Come on now. Ghosts don't have ass. If they do, shouldn't they go through the chair?
Right.
Well, so you saying ghosts they got weight? The spirit got weight on it? No, this is, it doesn't make any sense. You good?
Call concert.
Okay.
That was
Luke 22. All right. Anybody else? While we talking about this, go ahead, sis. When you brought up earlier, what?
Thessalonians.
Lions?
First Thessalonians.
First Thessalonians. Okay. Yeah.
The order and rank you're talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that also like in anything like also in marriage? Because there's rank and order in marriage as well.
Absolutely.
Can that be applied to that as well?
Yeah, you can. Especially the study to be quiet part.
Right.
That can absolutely be applied, because this is showing you the order of the ranking system, the structure. At any place in a job, you don't come into a job brand new giving suggestions. You shut up and just do what they tell you to do. And then you move up, then you say, hey, can I make a suggestion about this? And then because of your reputation, then they'll start listening to you more. But in a marriage, you want to absolutely run it like with the order that they was given in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? With the man being the head, Christ is the head of all men, the men over the women. You know what I'm saying? And you want that to be the order that you run your life through. Now, let's say, for instance, you have a man that is dumb, or you have a man that is not, he's not a good leader. He's not as solid, right? Then what you do is you listen to your husband, and then if it's something that you don't agree with, you just take it to counsel. Now, 9 times out of 10, he may say, I'm not taking nothing to counsel. That's why a woman has a hard job when it comes to choosing a man, because you have to choose a man. You got one choice. I tell sisters all the time, I said, sis, I know you ready to get married, and I know you want one of these brothers in Texas, but go to Passover first. Go to the candy store. Don't go buy candy from the corner store. The corner store only got Snickers, Milky Way, some gum, Lifesavers. You walk in the candy store and you're like, oh my damn, I didn't even know this was a candy. I've never even seen this before. That's what you need to do before you choose a husband. You need to go and see all the brothers. And then come back home and say, okay, that's the brother I really want, because I've seen all the candy, but I only want that candy. Because you only got one choice. Now, you can marry this brother, and this brother can go out and marry every day of the week if he chooses to. Because that's the type of man you chose. So you want to make sure that you choose the type of man that you can deal with, that you're willing to give your power over to. That's what submitting is. You're giving your power over. He's not taking it. And when women here submit, they like, oh, I ain't submitting to no man. You got the power in submitting. It's just like in wrestling. This is in fighting. When somebody puts you in a figure 4 leg lock, and you can say, break my leg, and they'll break it. Or you can say, you can give over your power and tap out and submit. And then they'll let go. You got the power in the submission. You got to use it. But you want to make sure that you're submitting to the right man, because he is going to be your Lord until you die. And women have to stop looking at marriages like movies. Like, you can't just press the eject button and pop the tape out and put another movie in. And that's what women do. Women just binge watch movies. They don't even watch the whole movie. They get to their favorite part of the movie, turn the movie off, and put another movie in. That's what women do. That's called hoeing. What you got to do is pop the tape in of a VCR that has no eject button, and you're going to watch Friday until you die. That's it. No other movies. Now, you have to make sure that's the movie you want to pop in. Do I want to watch Friday, or do I want to watch Independence Day? Or do I want to watch? That's what you have to choose from. Because the brother, he got an eject button, but he can't ever leave the movies. He got to stay in the movies with all of the movies playing. He can't ever leave the movies. He can add a movie to his movies, but he can't ever leave the movies. You understand? So you have to make sure that whatever you choose, that is what you can deal with. Then the whole order of submitting and all that is a little easier for you because you love his dirty draws. You love him how he is. And whatever he does, you don't have a problem with it. That's what women need to think about when it comes to choosing a husband. And brother, when it comes to choosing a wife, you have to understand that whatever is wrong with her is now your responsibility. Whatever. See, you only see what's right with her on the outside. You say, "Oh yeah, that sister, she's submissive. I can tell she's submissive." That's what a brother do. A brother look past all of the reality. Look, I know she's submissive. You seen her? Yeah, I seen her too. She right. She right. And then you talk to her. And you get on the phone and then you start courting her and Yahweh Shema Allah Taba Hashem Yahweh Shah. Oh, I knew it. I knew she was righteous. That's all. Hey, Salakia, sir, I made my mind up. I'm ready right now. I want to marry the sister. Salakia, you only been courting her for 30 minutes. You've been courting the sister 30 minutes. Like, I mean, give it a little time. Sir, I know what I'm doing. I'm ready. Well, all right then. And then 40 minutes after the marriage, I can't do it no more. She crazy. No, brother. That's your lemon. You bought that lemon, you better fix it up and drive it. That's what you better do. Yeah, you didn't put it on the machine and see, all of the problems that was in the motor. You didn't see that. You didn't care about it. You saw the body of the car. You saw the paint job was right. You looked in there, you seen the seats. Okay, that's good, but you didn't check under the hood. Y'all better start checking under the hoods of these cars, brothers and sisters, because they are going to be your car. Y'all understand? All right. Anybody else?
Cool, sir. Ephesians chapter 4, verses 1 and 2. It says, I, therefore, the prisoner of the Lord, beseech that you walk worthy of the vocation wherewith ye are called. That phrase right there, when he uses the phrase prisoner.
Ephesians what?
Ephesians 4 and 1.
Oh, 1. Okay, Salakia.
Okay.
Go ahead. I'm listening. Just break down what you just said.
So I was just saying, when it says the prisoner of the Lord, what does it exactly mean by that? Like,
he like, man, I'm in bondage to the truth. I'm not going nowhere. If you got a life sentence, where you going?
Nowhere.
You locked up. Well, that's what he said. He said, I'm locked into the truth. I'm not going nowhere. I'm a prisoner. I'm in bondage for the work. I'm staying here forever. But you need to uphold your office. And the way that we've given you this office, you need to uphold it in that manner. Mm-hmm. Don't water this down. Don't make it, don't make it sweeter. Leave it just the way it is. Keep the truth the truth. Why? Because this has to be passed from generation to generation to generation. And through generations, people get softer. So it has to stay hard. It has to stay solid in order for it to keep its
standard.
Perfect.
Verse 2. With all lowliness and meekness.
But this hardness that you have, this standard that we have, is still brotherly. Lowly, meek, is compassionate, is loving, is caring. That's what we're about, brotherhood, gaining a brother. But we solid. We that's why he said, I'm rude in speech, but not in knowledge. Like, you're gonna get checked and all that in the spirit of brotherhood. meekness. Keep going.
Come, with long suffering, forbearing one another in love.
You hear that out? Did it tell you to leave as soon as you get mad at the brother?
Blah.
It says long loving,
long suffering.
Long suffering. That's what real love does. Real love suffers for a long time. That's what it does. Christ showed real love. He suffered. How long did he suffer? Copy, y'all.
Die.
Until he died. That's what a marriage is supposed to be. Long suffering. Suffering to death. He said long suffering and forbearing one another. What is forbearing? Long suffering. Putting up with each other. Keep going.
Come. Verse 3. Endeavoring to keep the unity of the spirit in the bond of peace.
Our job is to keep the brotherhood together in the spirit of brotherhood. The bond of peace is brotherhood. We endeavor every day to fight the demons that try to stop us from loving each other and being in here together and coming together. We got to fight for that. Keep going.
Come. Verse 4. There is one body and one spirit, even as ye are called in one hope of your calling.
Yeah, see, so many people out here got other bodies. That's why we say we're not affiliated with them, because we don't know what they do in that body. They got a different head over the body.
Right.
This ain't no damn Megazord. You know what I'm saying? This is we one body, one spirit, one faith, one baptism, in one West. Guess what we just found out yesterday? I just found out that there's some fake Israelite group called 2 East. I ain't lying. 2 East.
Is that a joke? 2 East.
Listen, these people are going out of their way to fight against the work of God.
That's crazy.
That's what they're doing.
2 East.
So you got to understand that that's what your job is, to hold on to the truth and to keep us all brothers in the truth. Come on.
Salakia, I think I heard of a group called One Body.
Nah, I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about 2 East. All right.
That's crazy.
Anything? Anybody else? Oh, well, right on time. It's 2:00. All right. No more questions online. No questions in the room. All right. With that, we're going to pass the class over to Priest and Officer Copper Yard. Give them a hand.
This is the ISPK security announcements. We are the ISPK started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they're off limits for 6 months. They're to be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 months period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. Mashra means 10th in the Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free offering for priest. It's not mandatory and it's whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. It's a memorial blowing of trumpets. First day of the 7th month, starting on a Sunday, 21st of September, 2025. And you can find this and read it in the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 24 through 25. And if anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black boots, shirts, pants, hat, and scarf. And this will conclude the ISPK security announcements.
All right, with that, Amajim, We give a courtesy salute to the brothers, men of Israel, Amadim Shabbat, Amadim, Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatah, Yanyam Matah, Saw, turn, praise the sisters, Amadim. Give a courtesy salute to the sisters, men of Israel, Amadim Shabbat, Amadim, Barak, Yahweh Shema Latah Hashem Yahushua. Yanyam Matah, class dismissed.